Hi Gemini, welcome to Carl's Universe Tarot Readings from us. So this is your live spread. As I mentioned at the beginning of May when I uploaded the general readings, I did say that every month now I'm going to come to you with a general reading and a love reading, okay? Because, and that will just be monthly, because for me I just don't see the point in doing mid-month. I just don't want to do that. So I thought, well, do 2 readings for the month and then do a bonus reading each month. I think it's really appreciated, the bonus readings are as well. So your bonus reading this month, well, it's for the next 6 months, the next 7 months, to be honest with you. The next 7 months with the so you know, I was going to do July through to the end of the year, but I really was itching to do these live spreads that usually you would get at the beginning of the year, but I was very busy at the beginning of the year. So we're going to do the live spread now, going from June 2018 straight up to the end of the year. Now, how the live spread works is you've got 5 areas. If you guys are new to the channel and you've not seen these particular, you might want to check out some of the other live spreads that were done, that I did, you know, in previous years on YouTube. But the live spread basically looks at 5 areas of your life, okay? So what we have in the live spread is your home area here, your personal area here, your career here, we've then got your love area here and your future area here. Now each area comprises of 4 cards. At the top of each area, of each group of 4, is what we call the key card. Now this is the influences that you should encounter coming into that area, and the 3 cards underneath will show you, well, what is it about that, what is coming in around that energy that you find that you'll be experiencing, okay? And what we have also is we have something called an anchor. Now the anchor, this is going to be for your live spread, the Hanson Roberts deck, because it's small enough to show on the screen. The Golden Tarot, which I love, the Golden Universal Tarot, is what we're using. I'm using the 22 majors off these cards, and we shuffle and we take 7 of them out. And this is what we call the anchor area. Now the anchor is where everything, what the overall outcome will be for each area. So for your home life, we've got, you know, the overall outcome card here, work overall outcome here, love overall outcome here. You'll see what I mean when I start. And then you've got a 7th card, which is the overall outcome, how everything's going to sort of tie up together, what will be the overall outcome of all areas. And you've also got an area in the anchor called the wishes. So this is where you're wishing everything will head. In card 1, just to let you know, which is the overall outcome for the personal area, this is also your present experience at the moment and what you're experiencing and what you're probably going through, okay? So it doubles as your present experience and also the overall outcome of the present area. You'll see what I mean when I get started on the reading. So I just thought that I needed to explain those areas to you, and the card 1 is the basis or foundation, okay? So without further ado, what we're going to do, we're going to remove this area here, because we've got the oh, just that you know, we use a clarifying deck. If I need to find out anything on a particular area in the live spread or the anchor, I use clarifiers, and I use the smaller Rider-Waite tarot deck here. So I'll just put this to the side here if I need to use it. And we're going to get the Hanson Robert deck out. Probably not using any reversals in this particular reading. Not for any particular reason, but I just thought we'd use all uprights for this particular reading. This is very popular as a personal reading on the website, and you have an extended one, an extended live spread reading on the website, which deals with your money and also your health areas, but this one is the normal one that is done, which is the 5 areas. So I'm going to put this to the side. So first of all, we're going to shuffle. Universe, Spirit, show me. Show me what's coming in for... Show me what's coming in for Gemini. In 5 areas of their life between June 2018 and December 2018. What's coming in for Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising signs? Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising signs in 5 areas of their life. For their home life, their personal life, their career, their love life and future. Show me what's coming in. And also the advice card, show me. Alright, so we've shuffled. And what we're going to do, sorry if the screen goes a little bit blurry, it's just that when I'm shuffling this, for some reason the camera goes blurry. We've got to cut the deck, shuffle, cut and bring back together. That's the way that you've got to do it. And what we then do is we look at position 1, personal. So 1, that's your key card there. 2, 3, 4. So this is the key card. The top card is the general energy that you'll experience. And these are the energies around it. This is the situation around that energy. And then you've got your home situation here, position 2. This is the home life. Oh, looks a bit messy actually, that does. I was like, I mean, I'm even like this in my own home. I'm such a clean freak, it's unbelievable. I'm such an organisational freak. I like things to be in their proper place. I hate it when things seem unaligned and out of order. So there we go. There's a piece of fluff there. We're gonna get, I should really pull that down because those cards, the very top one is difficult for you guys to see. Sorry about this, guys. It's just that for me things have kind of got to be looking good on screen. And then what we're going to do, we're going to get your work area in here. 2, 3, 4. There we go. We're going to get also, let's pull this. I hate it when things are out of sync. That's the problem. There we go. We're going to get your love area here, Gemini, for the year. And this is, we'll try and read singles and couples into this area here. And we're going to get your future area here. So this is how things are looking, shaping up towards the end of the year in this particular area here. This is the future area here. 2, 3, 4. Okay, God, it just looks so out of sync. Hang on a minute. Pull this up so it's a bit more in line. That's better, isn't it? Alright. Alright, and what I do intend to do is shuffle again and just ask for the advice for the year. Universe Spirit, what's the advice that you have for Gemini for the rest of the year? Show me. Okay, there we go. Right. And what we're going to do, we're going to shuffle on the anchor now. Universe Spirit, show me. Show me what is the overall outcomes in each of these areas. Home, personal, work, love and future. And also the wishes of Gemini for the year. And the overall outcome in each of these areas for the year. Show me. And again, we shuffled it, we've cut the cards. And we're going to put those on top. So first of all, we want to lay down for the base. So this is the base area. I hope you guys can see that there. So this is where your present experience and also the overall outcome for this area here. The personal. Card number 2 is, this will be for your love area. This is work area here. This is your home area here. Let's just try and move this over a little bit. Hope you guys can see everything there. The camera is a little bit like, let me just see if I can, no, there we go. Yeah, that's a bit better, isn't it? So yeah, this is the future outcome for this area here. This is your wishes here. And this card here is the overall outcome here. Okay, so that's where the overall outcome area here. Okay, let's we've got everything down. Put these to the side. We'll get our small clarifiers out. Sorry it takes so long to get started on these bloody readings, but it's just the way it is. Let's have a look. So let's have a look at where you are. So the overall energy around you guys, or you know, so we need to go to the foundation basis. Okay, so this is your present experience. Well, judgment. Some of you guys are going through, I think right now, a life change, because judgment is that. Judgment is where you are making a huge decision. That's what judgment is. I mean, judgment can show up when you're being judged by someone. Judgment can show up when you're judging another person. Judgment can show up when you're being judged by a group. Judgment can show up in a legal situation. A final judgment is being passed on a situation. So really it's the final decision. Judgment can show up when you're being awakened to something. Judgment can show up when you're renewing something. So if you get judgment in the Two of Cups, you might be renewing a relationship, for example. Judgment, Ten of Cups, you might be seeing family or friends you haven't seen in a long time. That's what judgment is. So judgment is all about change, renewal, transitioning, making final decisions. I feel that just as a general ethos, this card says, well, Geminis right now are going for a huge change at the moment. There's a major phase that's coming to, a cycle coming to an end, and you're looking to move forward into a new beginning. I think that there is a massive change, and this is a life change that's going on. So something that's life changing with the Judgment energy. I think that you guys are being awoken to things that you, and also when you get Judgment showing up, it means that you're having to face up to things that you haven't faced up to in the past. So there might be a lot of stuff that you guys pushed underneath the carpet. You didn't face up to it, you didn't look at it, you ignored it. But right now in your life, for some of you Geminis, it might be that right now your chickens are coming into roost. You know, you're going to have to pay the piper for some of you guys. For some of you guys, Gems, you're really going to have to, with this Judgment energy, face up to those demons, face up to the things that you've been putting off for so long. So I feel that right now, and it's a huge, I mean, Judgment is one of the biggest majors you can get. There are some major arcana cards that I find are quite subtle when they appear. Things like the High Priestess can be a very subtle card unless she represents a person, which all cards within the tarot can represent people as well. Majors, they all represent individuals. It's not just the court cards. It's also your pit cards and also your majors. They all can represent people. This can represent somebody who's being very judgmental. But, you know, right now, what you're experiencing, you guys, is some major turnarounds in your lives. Some of you guys are entering into new phases. Some of you, it's about a spiritual awakening with the Judgment energy. Some of you guys might be reconnecting with people with this Judgment energy. Some of you guys might be, you know, blowing the cobwebs off old things that you know, that you haven't tackled in a long time. Some of you guys are facing up to certain home truths with the Judgment energy. Some of you guys are going through a very spiritual journey. You're passing from one life into another, basically, I think, at the moment. So it's really interesting that your experience at the moment for some of you guys is about major changes and upheavals at the moment with the Judgment energy, either externally or internally. Now, around your present situation, what is the influences coming in for you? Wow, oh my God, look, Tower. Not that that's a bad card at all. It's not. It reminds me of Judgment. Remember, with the tarot, never ever get these cards twisted. Don't do that, because a lot of readers, when they see a card like the tarot, it's like, oh my God, you know, oh my God, it's all catastrophe and chaos. No, it's not. Tarot is, unless it's, you know, unless there are cards around it that indicate that there could be some catastrophe. For example, something like the Knight of Swords that can be quite catastrophic because it's a card that indicates drama, huge drama, like some major kind of very confrontational energy at times, that card, or the Ten of Swords, things like that. Hopefully there's nothing there that would allude to this, but the Tower just means an upheaval, and you can see that right now you guys are going through a huge phase, a huge change in your life. Now the outcome of this area, the overall outcome, will be Judgment. So the Judgment card can mean freedom as well. It can mean being released from things in the past, being released from a change. So it's nice when you get the Judgment energy, especially if you get it sitting alongside after as a card like the Devil. It's, or even before it, it's a nice card to get because it shows a certain amount of freedom and release. So the overall outcome might be released from something. You've got an energy coming in around you guys, Gemini, in 2008, the rest of 2019, June through to the end of December, around your personal life. And this is about a major upheaval that's happening for some of you guys. I'm not going to call it chaos because I don't read the tarot as always being chaos. As I say, the way that I do tarot, I do it in the real world. So sometimes you get the Tower and you drop a whole heap of dishes on the fucking floor, you know. Sometimes it's just that. Sometimes it's, these majors aren't major things. Sometimes they're major things in your life because they feel major. But there is an upheaval here because that's what the Tower is. The Tower talks about, and sometimes, yes, it is chaos that comes into your world, but the chaos is coming in for a reason. All tarot cards really have a reason to them. Things happen because your life is trying to be improved through, which is why I love running my business and running the website, because, you know, when I hear clients come back to me and say how much a reading helped or how much something really encouraged them and has helped them to move forward, that always lifts my spirit. And that's really what I want to do with tarot, is help people to move forward in their lives. Not just predict stuff for them, but give them some constructive stuff that they can work with going forward. That's the whole point of what I do. So yeah, you've got the energy coming in, the influence is coming in that you're going to experience of the Tower. And the Tower is going to be some major upheaval, major change coming in. It is the breaking down of the old so you can start rebuilding something new. Sometimes this can also be a surprise. Sometimes this can also be leaving a place, for example, is the tower. Let's have a look at what's going on around that tower. What is this about? Oh my God, what did I say? Oh my God, Gems, that's you guys, though. It's good. It's all good. Gemini is the Knight of Swords. I've just realised, I just forgot all about that. Now, the Knight of Swords is you, so we're going to read this card as being you here, Gemini, because Knight of Swords is a Gemini, as you know, it's a Gemini card. So I think around this is about you guys pursuing a goal, because the Knight of Swords is all about pursuing something new. When you get a Knight of Swords in a reading, remember knights represent changes, comings and goings. So a Knight of Swords can mean that you're pursuing something, but a Knight of Swords can mean that you're leaving something at the same time. So it either means that you're exiting or you're moving towards something. It's like the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands means to pursue, but it also means to leave. It's double-ended, it's double-sworded. So, you know, these cards talk about the endings and beginnings of situations. This can be the instigator or the person that instigates the beginning or the person that instigates the end. But because the Knight of Swords is Gemini, this is you guys. So I see you guys pursuing something here, and you seem like you're very keen on it. So I'm thinking that around this tower, where we're seeing this major change, this major upheaval, around that, what you'll experience, what you're experiencing around this tower, it's all about you. So you're the initiator, I think, of this tower, because you're pursuing a major goal here. I see you guys being very driven, being very motivated in your personal life. What's the next card that's showing up here? The Knight of Pentacles energy here. So it might be that some of you guys are being, I mean, around your personal situation, the Knight of, it's interesting that we've got two knights, because when you get two knights in a reading, sometimes this can mean, it can mean, what's the word I'm looking for? It can mean mixed messages. You'll notice that one knight is fast, and this is you, and one knight is very slow. And this could be somebody else, because I'm seeing you, Gemini, as being the Knight of Swords. So I think that you're pursuing something and you're very driven. It might be that you're very driven by a business idea. Knight of Pentacles represents being driven by the material. But the thing with the Knight of Pentacles, when you get this geezer here, is he's very slow to move. So he's very cautious, very slow. He's got a business idea, he's got a business goal, but he pursues it very slowly, because what he wants to do is he wants to cross the T's and dot the I's. He's not like this geezer here rushing into anything. He wants to pursue something that he feels, you know, he feels it's worthy, he feels it's valuable. I think that you guys are very much pursuing. Some of you guys, it might be that because the Knight of Pentacles is a business card and it represents working towards an end game in terms of a business idea, for example, presenting a business idea, for example. I think that you guys are going to be focusing on, with this Knight of Swords energy, being you guys, being the Knight of Swords energy, it might be that you're focusing on a business idea for some of you guys in your personal life. It might be that there's another person around you, though, as well, that moves very slowly. So it might be that what you experience in your personal life around this tower, and the tower could mean arguments as well around the personal life. This might be also a disbandment, because usually on the tower you see, and it is actually here as well, can you see two people falling? There's two people here, Gemini. Can you see that? I hope you guys can see that. Ugh, it's the way that the camera, there it is. Can you see these two people falling? So some of you guys, it might be that the energy around you is about separation. And it might be that something has to come to an end because it's not working out, it's not stable enough. Now, all I'm looking at is two people. You being the Knight of Swords, but you've got a Knight of Pentacles here. So I think that there are differences of opinion happening in your personal life here. Okay, so I'm not reading necessarily these cards as combinations. If I feel that it's a combination that needs to be read, like, you know, this Knight of Swords, with maybe you're pursuing something here, I will read it. But I don't think it's that. I think that an unstable energy is coming to an end in the next 7 months. And I think underneath this ending, what this is about is that you, Gemini, want to pursue a particular path. I think that you're geared up for it. I think that you are very, and also you're probably leaving this dude here. Now, I noticed that this Knight of Pentacles eyes are directly to this card. So we're going to see what this Knight of Pentacles is looking at. You're looking straight ahead, but the Knight of Pentacles is looking at something else. So I think that there is somebody around you. I think that you are pursuing another direction, a direction that is different from this individual here. Where is the outcome? Well, the moon. Okay, so I think that you guys here with the Knight of Swords, and usually I would read this as being, well, the outcome is the moon energy. And the moon energy can mean disillusionment, it can mean fear, it can mean worry, it can be, but I notice how the Knight of Coins is looking directly towards that. His eyes are looking towards the moon. The moon is about dreams as well. So this person, it might be that this person is moving towards maybe something to do with their dreams, something to do with what they feel that they intrinsically were put here, their desires, what they were put here to do. Because the moon isn't always about anxiety, fear, secrecy, disillusionment, that type of thing, illusions. It might be that this person is feeling they're very cautious with this Knight of Coins, and this person's very disillusioned. And I get the impression that they are looking towards this. So I'm not going to read this. Usually I would read this as an outcome card. But I don't feel it's that, only because this Knight is looking towards the moon. And because he's looking towards, oh God, I've got, sorry, my family are always contacting me on the family chat, but when I'm doing readings and stuff. So yeah, I'm looking at, because I'm a tarot interactionist, so I always look at where these cards face, because wherever that card faces will give you a lot of information in a reading as well if you look at the pictures on it. And this guy here has got his pentacle. Now the pentacle, the Knight of Coins, is renowned for being very, very cautious, and he's very cautious with his money, probably because he's looking at the moon. I get the impression that this person doesn't trust something here, because the moon also means to lack trust as well. When you get the moon energy, he's looking towards the moon. So I think that I think that coming in for some of you guys in the next 7 months, Gemini, is you guys decide that you want to exit strategy here. I think that you are going to be motivated and driven to move towards a particular goal, probably because there's a person here. I think there's a very slow move. It doesn't have to be a Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn, but I think there's somebody around you who's very slow to move, probably on investing their money or on a business idea, probably because they don't trust with the moon card. They're looking at the moon, and you can see how tightly this Knight of Coins, usually on a Knight of Coins card. And also remember, when you get different decks of cards as well, Gemini, different decks in terms of the characters, like for example on some decks the Knight of Coins has the coin out like this, so he'll have his hand with the coin and the coin is put out like this, so it's like, yeah, I'll take it. But this Knight of Coins isn't extending the coin, he's holding on to the coin. So I think this person's holding on to their money because they're looking at the moon. They're very, very uncertain. They're very wary. The moon also means to be wary, suspicious, uncertain, unclear. I think this person holds on to his or her money because they're unclear about something here. And I also thought with the Knight of Swords, it might be that you're quite angry with this person, because even though you're not looking directly at this Knight, you could still be charging him. So I think for some of you guys, the energy in your personal life is that there might be some drama that you're carrying to an individual here, because this person won't give something up to you. They won't invest something, or they've got the means to do something, but because of their cautiousness, they tend to hold on to it. And I think that probably some of you guys are pretty annoyed about that with the Knight of Swords energy. But I also think that you guys, because we've got so many change cards here, we've got the Tower energy, and we've also got Judgment as your overall outcome. I think that what's happening here is that you guys, in the next 7 months, have decided to leave. You're actually moving in another direction. Can you see how you move out of that Knight of Coins? I think you're leaving a person here who's very cautious. They seem to be very, very reluctant, very cautious with their resources. Probably because when they're looking towards the moon, they're saying, I don't know what's it. And the Knight of Coins would be the Knight of Swords would be the person that would take on the moon. So whenever you see a sword card and you get that moon card, this person's just going to cut right through that illusion. You get a Queen of Swords facing off against the moon. The woman says, what the fuck are you scared of? There's no such thing as a fucking ghost, which is what the Queen of Swords would say to the moon. Just go into the fucking moon. Don't be so stupid. Go into the wood. There's no such thing there. Do you see what I mean? The Queen of Swords would do that. And so would the Queen of Wands to a certain extent. The Queen of Wands would be fearless. But it would probably be your Queen of Wands. Sorry, your Queen of Cups that would be more like, not sure, let me think about this one here, because she's all about emotion and she's all about the intuition. But the moon card is, if the Queen of Wands, I guess, Queen of Cups, sorry, thought that the moon, there was something wrong with it inside here, this gated place, she probably wouldn't go there. It's not that she's fearful, it's just that she can because their passive cards are Cups and so are Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups would be, even though Queen of Pentacles probably take quite a rational view of the moon, she'd still be like, let me think about this. And all coin cards, all pentacles represent caution. So when you do tarot, it's always good to look at the energy of the card that sits next to a card. So this pentacle person is very cautious of the moon. That's what pentacles are. They need to take a long time to trust. That's what they do. Whereas swords energy says, fuck that, I'm going for it, I ain't afraid. And because Gemini you show as a Knight of Swords, I think that you are en route to some form of a goal. I'm seeing you guys in your personal life pursuing a goal here, and I think it's because somebody around you, this Knight of Pentacles, is very cautious to take a risk on the unknown with the moon energy, and that's why the energy around you guys is about a breakdown. You can see the two of you falling from the tower. So I'm seeing the falling apart of a situation between you and a friend, or you and a business partner perhaps here, because the business partner seems to be reluctant and seems to be unsure as to whether to take a chance. The overall outcome will be judgment energy. So this is about a massive change. For some of you guys it is facing up to the truth. For some of you guys it is releasing yourself from a situation. The overall outcome will be with the judgment energy. It depends on how you see judgment and how you see it working out. You might make a judgment to give it a go. It might, but I think the overall outcome is really making that final judgment, that final decision. For some of you guys, I think it's the awakening that helps you to release the situation. So I'm seeing, because it here and here are so similar, I think that you guys in your personal life are going to be releasing a situation, a person that is not benefiting you at the moment. This person, whoever they are, Gemini in 2018, is far, far too cautious a person to do business with or to go into a partnership with. And I think that you guys kind of know that, and that's why you are kind of like, you know what, actually, I think I'll leave this, and I think I'll pursue my own path. So I think you guys are going to pursue your own path in 2018, concerning a person who's not willing to work with you. All right, that's what I think is going to happen here. Let's have a look at your home life. What's going on here? So the situation, well, the Chariot, wow. So again, charioteers usually mean moves. Okay, so I'm seeing a move again happening here, the Chariot. But the Chariot also is actually representative of the house and home. So it's the zodiac sign of Cancer, and Cancer rules the house of home and family and children and that type of thing. So I think that really the energy is about being protective, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think it's moving, because this actually, this Cancerian card represents, it sits in the house of home and family, astrologically wise. So I think that there is a need, the energy around you guys is about feeling the need to protect those who are dear to you. Whether it be your children, whether it be your sisters, your brothers, whoever it is all about protecting the clan in the next few months for you Geminis. Now around that Chariot, but also you might have some opposing issues to deal with, and you might need to try and keep yourself very focused and very centered if you want to actually overcome some obstacles that might be around the home. Now around that Chariot, what we have is the Four of Coins. So the Four of Coins usually means blockages, but the Four of Coins can also within the home mean security. So I think actually this is, the energy might be about victory and success if we take out the idea about the protection of the home and the family. It might be, and it might be that the energy around you guys is about protecting home and family, because this is something that's very important to some of you Geminis. And around that, what is it that this involves? Well, it involves keeping security, so keeping a roof over your head, keeping your job, keeping financial stability. So I feel that you guys are going to be very focused on keeping your finances in a stable sense, because it might be here that, you know, what you've got is to protect your home and your family, and it might be that you do have obstacles in a way with the Chariot energy that you need to keep in tandem and you need to keep in check, Gemini, with that Chariot energy, because underneath that what we're finding is the needing to hold on to your money and the needing to keep your savings. So some of you guys might be very focused on your money, you might be very focused on your savings, you might be very focused on, you know, job security with that Four of Coins, paying the mortgage, making sure that you've got the roof over your head with the Four of Coins energy. Well, it's good because you've got the Sun, okay? So I think that your savings, your money should be good, your security should be good with that Sun energy showing there with the Four of Coins, because the Four of Coins is all about security. So when it comes to the home, you need to make sure that you're stabilised. Fours represent stability, and they represent security, and they represent building foundations. So when you get a 4 in a reading, it represents that you're building security and you're building a solid foundation. So I feel that, and because the Four of Coins is really kind of a stagnant card in a way, I think that what this represents, Gems, is that you guys are very, very, very focused on keeping that stability going. You're very focused. It's not even about, this isn't even about building a foundation for me, the Four of Coins, isn't it? It's about stabilising the foundation that you've already got. So it's about keeping the status quo. So they're very much, I'm seeing keeping the status quo bringing happiness with the sun energy. I'm seeing security, and I'm seeing a kind of a level playing field when it comes to your money. I think that your money should be stable in terms of the home. I think that you guys will be keeping a stable, secure roof over your heads. I'm seeing a lot of happiness, a lot of joy here. It can also be, Four of Coins can be about financial gain as well within the home. So some of you guys might be bringing in, even though I'm not really seeing with the Four of Coins building up of money. Usually I see Seven of Coins, Six of Coins, Seven of Coins as those types of cards, perhaps Eight of Coins, definitely Nine of Coins and Ten of Coins as more of the building of money. But the number fours also talk about things being midway. They talk about you being midway towards doing something, or they talk about the initial success of something. But really this is all about finding yourself in a stable foundation in the home. So I'm seeing stability here in terms of the home. I'm seeing happiness perhaps with children as well, especially as you've got the theme of children running around you with the Chariot. You know, this is the caring, nurturing essence of the Chariot energy, needing to protect and care for loved ones, children. And I'm seeing security bringing a great deal of happiness and joy to your home life. The overall outcome, well, Page, that showed up for Scorpio, funnily enough. The Page of Pentacles in terms of home, I think that some of this is to do with money, to be perfectly honest with you. Page of Pentacles shows, can be about a child. We do have the Sun, which represents children in the tarot as well, and the Page of Pentacles can be a child as well. But I think that this, you know, this security that you guys are finding in your home life, bringing a sense of happiness and abundance and prosperity with this Sun energy, is giving you the chance in the outcome to be very responsible with the money that you have. So the Page of Pentacles energy, some of you guys, it might be that you're looking to invest money in certain areas, especially in terms of the home. So some of you guys might be looking to do improvements on the home, for example, you know, kitchen improvements, because the Page of Pentacles talks about not just about a shortage of money, but also the need to be responsible with the little bit that you have. So sometimes this Page of Pentacles can talk about making those investments. So you're taking a little bit of money and you're investing it into possibly a new project. So some of you guys might be investing with that Page of Pentacles into new home renovations, new home projects, for example, with the Page of Pentacles energy. I don't think that this is a home move or anything like that, even though the energy around you is the Chariot. I think that you guys have a goal that you want to attain as well. The energy will be about attaining goals within the home, for example. And for example, the Chariot can be any type of goal. It's not always about movement or driving. Sometimes this is just about a goal. And what you have to do with the two Sphinxes here is you have to bring into alignment and into order any opposing forces that you have to deal with. So whether those opposing forces are, well, I've got this bill to pay this week, and I've got the shopping to do next week, and I've got this to do this week and that to do this week. How do we get those home renovations going when I've got all of these different elements around me? And it's really about trying to bring those things into alignment so that you can do those things, because I think underneath these things that you need to bring into alignment, that you in order to get that that forward movement of goals, I think that around this what you're experiencing is the need to save money. So some of you guys, it might also be with the Four of Coins, that there is a great deal in terms of the home, the need to save money, and saving money brings success with the Sun energy when you have enough with the Page of Pentacles as the outcome card to probably start investing. And you can see the Page of Pentacles is looking towards the Sun, so you're probably looking to invest or put your money into something really good and something that's going to bring a lot of joy into the home. So I'm seeing possibly home investments, that type of thing, in the next 7 months for some of you guys. And I'm seeing the overall energy is about having to tackle that, because you'll still have other things that you have responsibilities for, which is what the Chariot is. And what's the overall outcome for your home area? Well, the Lovers is all about making choices. So really the overall outcome is that you're going to have a choice. Because I do think that the Chariot does line up with the Lovers. Even though this is a number 6 major and that's a number 7 major, it's the same thing to me. Because when you get the Chariot here, because this is the overall energy in your home area, what I feel is going on here is this isn't about the children if you have children. And it's not about necessarily anybody else except for... I think if you're married and that type of thing, I think that what this is saying is that this is about having a talk, having a conversation with your partner on how you're going to navigate the obstacles in terms of getting what you want. So for some of you guys with that Chariot energy, I think that what will happen for some of you guys is that you do have, because charioteers usually represent external issues that you need to deal with. So it might be the bills, for example. It might be, well, we owe this month. We got to pay the mortgage this month, or I've got to pay the rent this month, and I've got to do this, but I want to get my living room done, or but I want to get a new sofa in, or but I want to get a new kitchen unit in. And it might be that, you know, underneath that there is a need, underneath what it is that you're coping with here in order to gain or achieve that goal, because chariots mean achievement after struggle. There will be a need underneath this to save money, with this sun energy. The sun represents achievement, and it represents luck, and it represents successful new beginnings. So I think there's the need to save money. I think with the sun energy that money can be achieved, money can be saved. Saving money maybe for something good, something that you really want. And, you know, they're bookending this really. So saving money probably for something that's going to bring a lot of joy, a lot of happiness into your life. And I think the outcome is that you save enough. You have the resources there in your hand, the Page of Pentacles, and you look to invest it into the sun. So for some of you guys, you might be looking to invest something into a child, for example, because the sun is about children. So it might be you're saving money so that you can, the outcome is investing money, investing into a venture with the sun energy showing here. It might be, you know, schooling for the child, that type of thing. And this might be why the overall energy is the Chariot, the needing to navigate, you know, the needing to take care of your own, take care of the family, take care of your children, to protect them, but also to navigate as well those, you know, those petty little things that you need to get out of the way so that you can achieve the resources, maybe to look after a child or to invest in something that's going to bring a lot of happiness to your life. And the overall outcome for that will be the Lovers. There are some sacrifices that you might need to make. You might need to make a head over a heart decision, which is what the Lovers energy is. You know, your heart might tell you, oh, but I want to do this. But your head might tell you, well, if I'm going to be able to pay for my child's school fees, or invest in the after-school club, or if I'm going to be able to buy that sofa or the new kitchen unit, my head tells me I'm going to need to sacrifice, you know, maybe going on holiday this year, for example. So I think there are sacrifices you guys are going to have to make in the next 7 months regarding your home life in order to, I think you're going to have to sacrifice maybe something that you love for something, you know, for example, going on a holiday this year for some of you guys, or, you know, sacrifice maybe buying those extra bits and bobs of makeup or clothing or whatever it is in order to really get something that you want done this year. Let's have a look at your career. Well, yeah, that's nice. The Eight of Rods. Some of you guys have the energy is about lots of news, also a lot of proactivity as well with the Eight of Wands. Lots of changes as well. Eight of Wands is all about change. It's about release. It's about growth. It's about communication. Also, this can be about travel. So the energy around you guys coming in could be about travel. And this would usually be about air travel with the Eight of Rods energy. Now, around that Eight of Rods, we've got the Queen of Cups energy here. So it might be that some of you guys are working creatively with the Queen of Cups energy, but also it might be the need to use one's intuition. Also, it might be with this Queen of Cups energy that your heart is open to something here. Also, it might, because you've got the Rapid Changes card, there might be lots of communications, being proactive with this Eight of Wands around you as an external thing, because this is the influences coming in. So it might be lots of messages, lots of communication with that Eight of Wands. Might be something to do with travel, but around that, what are you experiencing around this communication or travel or proactivity? Well, the Queen of Cups energy. So if this is all about rapid changes or rapid growth, it might be there's something to do with what you do as a Queen of Cups. Some of you guys might work as counsellors, for example. Queen of Cups is a counsellor. Some of you guys might work as tarot readers. Queen of Cups is a tarot reader. You might find that there's lots of, this might also be around your work area, lots of work coming in as well, because the energies of the Eight of Wands talks about lots of emails, lots of work coming in, lots of inquiries. So the energy around your working environment might be that there's lots and lots of things to do, lots of inquiries, and around that, what is it about these inquiries? Well, the Queen of Cups, it might be something that you need to look into as well with the Queen of Cups. You need to look into your cup, you know, especially if you work within the psychic field or anything like that. So there might be a lot of growth, a lot of increase in terms of maybe the work that you do in that field. For some of you guys, it might be that in terms of your career, this is all about movement. And around that, this is all about your, because the Queen of Cups isn't really a working card. She will show what somebody could do. Queen of Cups can be a painter, an artist, she can be a writer, she can be a tarot reader, she can be a psychic, she can be a counsellor, she can be a nurse, she can work with children, she can work with animals, she can work with lots of things. But it might also be that around your energy there might be some changes here, and it might be, you know, regarding, there might be some changes or growth or releasing something, but underneath that, what is it that you're experiencing? Well, it might be something to do with your intuition as the Queen of Cups, or something that you do in terms of work. What's the next card that shows up? Wow, you've got the Four of Wands. You've got really good cards. Really good cards showing up here. So you've got the Four of Wands here underneath this. So it might be, because the Four of Wands in terms of work can show a move of premises, for example. So the Four of Wands can either be the success of a new venture, the initial success of a new venture, or this can show that if you're working for a company, you're actually moving premises. So it might be that what you're doing here as the Queen of Cups, you're using your intuition, or you're trying to find the answers. Could be something to do with a move with the Four of Wands energy here. Some of you guys, it might be that you're setting up a new practice in terms of, especially if you work for yourself as a Queen of Cups energy, it might be that with the Four of Rods, what you're experiencing is the start of a new venture, it's a successful new venture, and that might be why the energies around you are about growth and change with the Eight of Rods energy. And what's the outcome card showing us? Oh my God, you've got Judgment again. Look. There's some major changes coming in for you guys. I'm seeing some huge, huge life changes coming in, even in your working area. Even in your working area. Okay? Because the overall outcome is Judgment. So Judgment can mean making a final judgment. I mean, I think that some of you guys, if this isn't the career that you're doing with the Queen of Cups, you're definitely intuitively trying to find out. You're trying to find some form of an answering, because that's what the Queen of Cups does. The Queen of Cups is the type of person that will try to go inward. So she tries to find inner introspection. She tries to find introspection, but she needs to go inward to find those answers. So this is all about finding the answers to what you want with the Queen of Cups. So around your working area, you know, I think that there's going to be some major changes coming in. There could also be travel. And around that, I think if there are major changes, those changes could be to do with maybe coming in the Queen of Cups energy. It could be to do with the job that you do as the Queen of Cups. It might be that there's something to do with growth or even travelling abroad. And it could be something to do with the work that you do as this Queen of Cups energy. And we do have also the move card. So I'm looking at the Eight of Wands and the Four of Wands. Both cards can indicate a move. And because they're wand energy, they can represent a move quite far as well. But this is about movement, moving premises. Otherwise, some of you guys are trying to rely on your intuition to find out if you want to move premises. And I think the overall outcome for this is about you guys making a big life change at the end. You have these changes coming in, so many of them, with the Tower. Now, the Judgment card is a neutral card, so those changes with Judgment can go either way. But this is about making an absolute life-affirming decision in the outcome for you guys regarding your work with the Judgment energy showing here. And I think with the Four of Rods showing up as well about perhaps a movement of premises. For some of you guys, maybe you're looking to set up a practice in terms of what you do here. And the overall outcome shows Judgment, the needing to make a judgment. Maybe some of you guys also needing to go through some red tape as well, because Judgment can be linked with the Justice card as well. So legal red tape, for example, with Judgment. What is the overall outcome for your working area? Wow, oh my God, look at that. You've got the Fool. There is definitely a new direction that you guys are taking. The overall outcome is the Fool. You're definitely taking a new direction in your working life, because that's what the Fool is. The Fool is about taking a new path. It's a new beginning. It's a new direction. It's zero. You're definitely taking a new direction in terms of work. Okay, I'm seeing the overall energies around you guys, therefore, being about messages, communication, proactivity, but most of all, changes, swift changes coming in. So you're going to be experiencing some swift changes. Perhaps there's something to do with travel as well with the Eight of Wands energy. This can be a travel card as well, traveling to somewhere completely different. I think that you guys, it could be your careers. If you are tarot readers, psychics, if you work within counselling, if you work as a writer, if you work as maybe a photographer as well with that Queen of Cups. Remember, she's a creative card as well, is the Queen of Cups. If you work with children, if you work with animals, I think that maybe some of you guys, it's either that you're going to be looking to move premises with the Four of Wands, or you might be looking to move completely. But usually this is a move of premises. Some of you guys might be looking to, but might be intuiting, or with this Queen of Cups, looking into your cup to see if you want to perhaps invest in, you know, be a part of a new venture with that Four of Wands. It might be with the Four of Wands and this Queen of Cups, you're setting up a practice here and the outcome is judgment. It might be that there's lots of red tape to go through, but also making that final decision. I am seeing premises move here with the Four of Wands. Often in a career reading, this is about moving premises, and the Eight of Wands is about massive changes coming in as well. You've got 3 change cards: Eight of Wands, Four of Rods and Judgment. So I'm seeing massive changes around work coming in. They're good changes, they're happy changes, because you've got the overall outcome being the Fool card here as well. Okay, there's a new path that you guys are going to be taking in terms of your working life for some of you in the next 7 months. They're really good, really good energy showing here. Whatever this is, yeah, I mean, you do have, again, the overall energy of the Tower, the breaking down of something that's unstable. It's not working out, and it's definitely not a solid foundation. You're pursuing a new path here. There's somebody who doesn't trust this path. You were on a path with someone, but somebody doesn't trust it. So you decide to leave in your personal life. Again, judgment. Making that judgment. For the overall outcome is life-changing energy showing here. Final judgment that sees you going on the course of a new path, a new journey. It's really interesting, your reading is. Very little stagnation, and in the home life it's very good as well. Let's have a look at your love life, Gemini. Alright, so the energy around you is showing up as being hurt. Five of Swords shows hurt, okay? So when you get a Five of Swords in a love reading, this either shows conflict between partners. So one person shows up as taking advantage of another. This can show somebody who's cheating on you as well, because it shows theft. Five of Swords also shows somebody who is hurting you. So it shows when you've been really hurt. It shows when somebody is taking your power away. So I am seeing overall the energy coming in for some of you guys in terms of love is about hurt, feeling a sense of disempowerment at the hands of another. Now around that hurt, this is about coming in. Well, there you go, you've got the Five of Wands, you see. There's a great deal of dispute here, Five of Wands. It could also be that you're dealing with competitors with the Five of Rods. Okay, so if you're feeling hurt, the energies are about feeling hurt. It could be because you're dealing with competitors here, Five of Rods, or you're dealing with a dispute or conflict within a relationship, the Five of Rods, or constant arguments, petty arguments with the Five of Rods. Right, there's arguments with a King of Rods. Okay, you've got a King of Rods around you. So this could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And it might be that you're seeing constant arguments. You've got a blockage with this guy. Can you see how this guy is looking over at the wand? Can you see how he's got his head on that wand? And he's like, for fuck's sake, jeez. He's like, he's like this. There's somebody around you, he's tired of these arguments. Can you see how his wand is against his head? He's like, he's resting his head on his staff, Gemini, and he's saying, fucking hell, I've had enough of this. When's this going to stop? So I'm seeing constant arguments with the King of Rods, but I think that this person, Gemini, has had enough of this. Okay, so this could actually be the energy coming in around severance. What's the overall outcome around this area? Well, oh my God, you've got, what's going on with Gemini? You've got some major cards. I'm seeing you guys being free. I'm going to get clarifier on that Fool then, energy. Let me just see what that's about. Because the Fool can mean, let's go second time around, please. Or the Fool can mean, fuck this, I'm off. But you're looking above. Can you see how the Fool's head is right above the King of Rods? So the overall outcome could be not just to get you freeing yourself, but because the head is above the King of Rods, it might be something that you're not seeing as serious. Because you could easily be this Fool. Just look, because when you're a tarot reader, you've got, that's why I always get cards with pictures, Gemini. Because I always like to look at, well, where do those pictures face? What does it tell me? What's the immediate, and usually immediately the reaction that you have with one card, usually it's the right thing to say. So because this Fool here is looking above the head of the King of Rods, it could mean for some of you guys, you know what? This person's experiencing problems. You've got a person around you that's experiencing problems in this relationship. You can see the staff is to the head. He or she has had enough of this. You've got constant battles with a person, and this person around you has had enough in the next sort of 7 months. And it's either going to be that you're the Fool, you choose to ignore this because the Fool has got its head. Can you see how the head is upwards? It's not even looking at this, the head is upwards. So the overall outcome could show, well, you choose to ignore it, or the overall outcome could say, you saying, you know what, fuck this, I've had enough. I want to see what this Fool is about. What's the Fool about in 1 to 2 cards for Gemini? What's the Fool about in 1 to 2 cards for Gemini? Oh. See, this is what I'm saying. Judgment reverse means you're not facing up to the truth. Okay, you're ignoring something within this relationship. You're not facing up to the truth in a long-term relationship, the Ten of Coins. Or you're not facing up to that this relationship has come to the end of its cycle. Ten of Coins, because it's a number 10, it talks about the completion of a cycle. Some of you guys aren't facing up to that there is the completion of a cycle here. Okay. Why is Gemini not facing up to the completion of this relationship with the Ten of Coins and that Judgment reverse? Because you want the end of the conflict. You've got a Five of Swords here again. Now it's showing as a reversal. Five of Swords in the reverse means the ending of a conflict here. Okay. Because I think that you see no future, Three of Wands in the reverse, in being completely angry with each other, in there being continuous war. Four of Swords in the upright means to withdraw from war. Four of Swords in the reverse means restlessness. It means that you've not yet put that sword down. So you see no future in you guys continuously battling, and you want an end to this conflict. But I think that you guys are ignoring. You're ignoring that you might have come to the end of a cycle here with the Ten of Coins energy in the upright. And the Ten of Coins is reversed. Is in the upright. So it's not showing problems as such. But you're ignoring, you're not facing up to, and I think I would read this Ten of Coins now as being the ending of the cycle of the relationship. Alright, so I don't think that you're facing up to that this relationship has probably gone as far as it can go. It's not showing problems with the Ten of Coins, because the Ten of Coins is in the upright. It should show as a good card upright. Because in the reverse, it usually shows as a card that says there are issues. You know, separations, arguments, problems with money, arguments over money. But in the upright, this shows balance. But usually tend to represent the ending of the completion of a stage. So you might not be facing up to the fact that you've completed a stage here with this person. Because you want the ending of a conflict here. Five of Swords in the reverse. Because you see no future. Three of Wands in the reverse. In keeping the battle going with the Four of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so therefore I would probably read the Fool now as saying that the overall outcome shows you guys ignoring something and not necessarily going on a new path, but actually ignoring what's going on here. This person can see what's going on here, Gems. They can see what's going on here. They've had enough of it, but you're ignoring it in the overall outcome because you're sure that everything's going to be fine. This is why you're ignoring stuff. And that's why the overall energy for you is Five of Swords. Conflict. And also I think the overall energy is one person has the upper hand probably over you, Gemini. Because this person who has the upper hand is this King of Rods here who's had enough. And he's tapping on his stick, head, he's saying, don't know about this. And you're kind of like, oh no, everything's fine, it's fine, we can get through this. But this person sees the conflict and you're choosing to ignore it. What's the overall outcome for your love life? Well, Wheel of Fortune, be careful with Wheel of Fortune, because Wheel of Fortune is a neutral card and it says 50-50. You can go either way. That's what Wheel of Fortune does. It doesn't always mean fortune. I'll ask what the Wheel of Fortune, you're fated or your destiny is to do something here. What's this Wheel of Fortune about in 1 to 2 cards? Well, strength. It's about giving up. Strength in the reverse is about losing faith. And the Nine of Coins in the reverse. Losing faith in a relationship in which there is no... I mean, the Nine of Coins in the reverse is usually about commitment. So some of you guys might be losing faith that you actually want to commit to this person. So I think the overall outcome is things are very changeable with the Wheel of Fortune. Rather than looking at the overall outcome. Because Wheel of Fortune is always going round, you see. It's 1 minute it's up, 1 minute it's down. 1 minute it's up, 1 minute it's down. So I would never read this card unless it's aspected by good cards as being absolutely brilliant all the time. Because it's not... This can be either way. So I think that this is 50-50. I think the overall outcome is it could go either way. Because you are losing faith in probably committing to this person with the Nine of Coins in the reverse. Okay. And you might be lacking hope, the Star in the reverse over somebody. Queen of Pentacles reverse doesn't have to be this Queen of Pentacles reverse, can easily be that King of Wands. You might be lacking hope over a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody who's very focused on themselves and not necessarily on you. Okay, and you might realise with the Seven of Cups in the reverse that this relationship is probably not going, you're not going to achieve what you want in this relationship with the World in the reverse. Let's have a quick look at your final area, your future. What's going on? Well, the Hermit. The Hermit, I think that the energy is about withdrawing for some of you guys. Could be a Virgo person or an older person, but I think the energy is more likely to be you guys withdrawing in order to seek some introspection in your life from a situation as the energy coming in. Now, around that energy, the Six of Rods. So I think that you guys are going to be pursuing something new with the Six of Rods energy. Also, it might be because the energy is about seeking, withdrawing in order to seek a new path. I think what you'll experience around that energy here is about the Six of Rods, and that is seeking a new path. It's seeking victory, it's seeking success, it's seeking confidence or feeling confidence. Let's have a look. Well, some of you guys, I think that you're moving towards a new relationship. I think you're going to be pursuing a new relationship, or somebody's going to be pursuing a relationship with you. And I think if somebody's going to be pursuing a relationship or a partnership with you, this might be somebody who's been seeking this for a while. This might be somebody who's on their own. It could be a Virgo person. What is the outcome from this? Wow, Page of Rods. Well, you're at the start of something that has the potential to develop in a really awesome way, because that's what the Page of Rods is. The Page of Rods talks about, when it's an outcome card, it talks about something that has great potential. It has great potential to grow. It has great potential. You find the essence and you find the fun in the developing a new journey, a new path. So I'm seeing the outcome being that you're developing a new journey and a new path within this. This might be love. It might be just a simple partnership. But I'm seeing, let's just call it a partnership. It might be love though. But I'm seeing a partnership here developing with someone. I'm seeing somebody who's pursuing you. I'm seeing success also in a new partnership here, in which there is plenty of room for improvement with the Page of Rods energy. And the overall energy for what's coming into your future is you guys with the Nine of Cards reaching a period of completion in your life and moving forward on to the next stage, with this being a number 9 card. What is the overall outcome for this? Wow, the Tower. So I'm seeing a major upheaval of where you are in your future. And what this is going to do, it's going to make room for you to start rebuilding something new with the Tower. It's an excellent energy. What are your wishes for the year? For the rest of it? Oh my God. You got the Hermit here. Your reading is really nice. Really nice, Gemini. Your wish is Hermit. And I think that your wish is really just to find the right path that you need to be on, because that's what the Hermit is. The Hermit withdraws just for a little bit, takes a step back like the Hangman in order to find the way, in order to find the right path. That's what, because he's got the lamp, you see, in front of him. So your wish for the Hermit energy is really just to withdraw, probably from a part of your life, in order to find the right path. And even amidst this area here, in a way, Gemini, where you're ignoring, I think for some of you guys, a problem in a relationship, I think that, you know, your wish would be, well, I'm just hoping with the Hermit energy just to find the right path where I need to be. Because I think in a way, when I look at this love area, there is a lot of fear going on for some of you Geminis in this area here. This is why some of you aren't facing up to a situation. But your hope would be, your wish would be just to find that right path. You might want to try and find the right path while you're still, maybe you're just afraid completely of being on one's own. What's the overall outcome? Oh my God, Death. There you go. You've got, this just changes all over this reading. Judgment, Tower, Hermit, Fool. You've got 5 out of 7 cards that show absolute change. Yes, lovers can be a change, but this is really about a choice that you make to invoke those changes. This is amazing. You're probably the best reading I've done so far. I've done Scorpio. Scorpio is very good, but this is exceptional, Gemini. It's a really good next 7 months for you guys. I'm going to quickly do this again. In your personal life, I am seeing the breaking apart of a partnership, a friendship, a collaboration, a group maybe with the Tower energy. It's unstable anyway, so the energies are really going to highlight that there's an unstable grounding in your personal life that needs to go. And I think around that, this is all about you guys venturing forth in terms of your own goals, pursuing your own road with this Knight of Swords energy, because it's Gemini, so this is you. And I think this is because there is a person around you who's going to be very cautious, and this person will probably procrastinate quite a bit because they don't trust a situation concerning you with that Moon energy. And the overall outcome is you making a final judgment, and I think the final judgment will be to release yourself. In your home life, I'm seeing you very much being very caring and very nurturing with that Chariot, and very protective of your family with this Chariot energy. But also I'm seeing couple of external obstacles that you need to navigate in order to reach a goal. I think that in your home life there is the need to protect your resources, to protect your home life, to protect the material thing, but also I think there is a need to save your money and protect those resources in that way. I think that you're probably saving for something really good with the sun energy showing up here. For some of you guys, this could be pregnancy as well, sun in the Page of Pentacles, but I think you're saving for something really good with that sun energy, and I think that you're going to get it. I think that once you get it, you're going to present it. You might be looking to invest, put some money into a child here. For example, you might be looking to put your money into a new venture with the sun energy here in the outcome energy showing there. And I think that the outcome for this area here of the home is the Lovers. You're going to have to make a choice between what your head or your heart. You might want to do something. You might love taking holidays. You might love nice clothes. You might love going to fancy restaurants. But I think that there is a sacrifice that you're going to have to make with this Lovers energy as the overall outcome. If there's something that you really need, maybe concerning a child, or something that you really need in terms of yourself, whether that's, you know, home renovations of some sort, or maybe someone important in your life like a child that you have to give to, then the overall outcome is saying you're going to have to sacrifice something in order to get something. And it might be having to sacrifice something that you love and in order to get something that you've been thinking about. So really there's a head over a heart decision you're going to need to make here. In your working life, I'm seeing rapid changes coming in with the Eight of Rods. It could be something to do with your career as a Queen of Cups, whether it's nursing, psychic work, writing. I feel that this is all about maybe a work move for some of you guys with the Four of Wands. It could be changing premises. Your intuition, or you might have been thinking about with the Queen of Cups, moving premises, or even setting up a new venture in terms of this Queen of Cups energy. If you work and for yourself, for example, I think that if you work for other people, there's definitely like a move, a premise move showing here. And I'm seeing a major change coming up in your overall outcome again, and there it is. The full energy shows as the overall outcome. There's a new path and a new direction that you're going to be taking with the full energy. For some of you guys, it could be about travel. And then we have love. I'm seeing problems, yes. The Five of Swords, I'm seeing conflicts in a relationship being the overall energy coming in for your love life. There is disputes here. It's with a King of Rods. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, doesn't have to be. This person is very aware of them and they've had enough. I think the overall outcome shows you as the Fool, Gemini. I think you might be ignoring these energies because you don't want to face up to with the Judgment energy that maybe this relationship, and also Ten of Coins is also about talking about your relationship and talking about the long term. So you don't want to face up to that talk that you're probably going to need to have with this individual, because you're sure that you can overcome the conflict, because there's no point for you you see no future in having constant war with this person. Four of Swords in the reverse. So I feel that you're ignoring really something here because you're certain that you can get over it. But I feel that there's a person around you that will want to, consider this. So this is a case of, I think over the next 7 months, really not fearing talking about the situation, but being open to try and talk, even if there's a painful ending. The overall outcome is things could be 50-50 because I feel with the Strength energy showing here that there has been a loss of faith in committing, Nine of Coins in a reverse, to this person, or this person committing to you. And also the Star energy, it shows that there's been a lack of achievement with the Star in the reverse, or there's a certain lack of inspiration or lack of a goal that's manifested concerning somebody who only thinks about themselves. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And you realise, and also it could be that this lack of faith has brought about the need to think about yourself, Queen of Pentacles reverse as well, Gemini, because you realise with the Seven of Cups in the reverse that you're not going to achieve your ideal within this relationship with the World energy showing here. Finally, the future area, the Hermit, I'm seeing the overall energy about taking a step back in order to gain introspection. The Six of Rods underneath that, this is about seeking a new relationship in which you can grow and develop. So I think that this isn't a new relationship coming in, not unless this Hermit is a Virgo person or somebody who's been on their own quite a while. It might be that there's a new relationship that you're entering into, but this person would need to approach you, you see. Other than that, this is about you guys taking a step back, seeking introspection, seeking a goal with the Hermit energy, because you're seeking a relationship, one in which you can develop and feel really proud of with the Page of Rods energy. And the overall outcome for that is the Tower. I think some major changes are occurring here. Okay, because this is the overall outcome of this area here. Things will not happen in the way that you expect. So if this is what you're seeking and you're thinking things are going to move slowly, smoothly, whether it's a new partnership, a new relationship, whatever it is, it might be that things happen in a very unexpected way or when you least expect them to happen as well. And the overall outcome for you, where everything is heading, is death. There are major changes coming in all around you. Alright, that's your live spread, guys, for the next 7 months. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.